Okay. Hello. I will begin reading from Deuteronomy 30 onwards. Prosperity after turning to the Lord. When all these blessings and curses I have set before you come on you, and you take them to heart, wherever the Lord your God disperses you among the nations, and when you and your children return to the Lord your God and obey Him with obey Him with all your heart and with all your soul, according to everything I command you today. Then the Lord your God will restore your fortunes and have compassion on you and gather you again from all the nations where he scattered you. Even if you have been banished to the most distant land under the heavens, from there the Lord your God will gather you and bring you back. He will bring you to the land that belonged to your ancestors, and you will take possession of it. He will make you more prosperous and numerous than your ancestors. The Lord your God will circumcise your hearts and the hearts of your descendants. What the fuck? Pure heart. Okay. And the hearts of your descendants, so that you may love him with all your heart and with all your soul and live. The Lord your God will put all these curses on your enemies who hate and persecute you. You again obey the Lord and follow all his commands I am giving you today. Then the Lord your God will make you most prosperous in all the work of your hands and in the fruit of your womb, the young of your livestock and the crops of your land. The Lord will again delight in you and make you prosperous just as he delighted in your ancestors. If you obey the Lord your God and keep his commandments and decrees that are written in his book of the law, and turn to the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul. The offer of life or death. Now, what I am commanding you today is not too difficult for you or beyond your reach. It is not up in heaven so that you have to ask who will ascend into heaven to get it and proclaim it to us so we may obey it. Nor is it beyond the sea so that you have to ask who will cross the sea to get it and proclaim it to us so we may obey it. No, the word is very near you. It is in your mouth and in your heart, so you may obey it. See, I set before you today life and prosperity, death and destruction. For I command you today to love the Lord your God, to walk in obedience to him, and to keep his commands, decrees and laws, that you will live and increase. Okay, give me a sec, I just have to check my... Oh, tomorrow I'm home at 4. I'll have time to prepare with homeworks and whatever the fuck. Okay, okay. I fuck with that. I fuck with that. Perfect, perfect. Okay, whatever. These months decrease and laws, then you will live and increase, and the Lord your God will bless you in the land you are entering to possess. But if your heart turns away and you're not obedient, and if you're... What? I'm being so quiet right now. There. if you are drawn away to bow down to other gods and worship them, I declare to you, I declare to you this day that you will certainly be destroyed. You will not live long in the land you are crossing the Jordan to enter and possess. This day I call the heavens and the earth as witness against you that I have set before you. Your life and death, blessing and curses. Now choose life, so that you and your children may live, and that you may love the Lord your God. Listen to his voice and hold fast to him. For the Lord is your life, and he will give you many years in the land he swore to give to your fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. 31. Joshua to succeed Moses. Then Moses went out and spoke these words to Israel. I am now 120 years old, and I am no longer able to lead you. The Lord has said to me, you shall not cross the Jordan. The Lord your God himself will cross over ahead of you. He will destroy these nations before you, and you will take possession of the land. Joshua also will cross over ahead of you, as the Lord said. And the Lord will do to them what he did to Sihon and Og, the kings of the Amorites, whom he destroyed along with their land. The Lord will deliver them to you, and you must do to them all that I have commanded you. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or terrified because of them, for the Lord your God goes with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. Hold up, man. What the fuck does forsake mean? Abandon or leave? Motherfuck. That's not true. In the last chapters, you were just yapping about how God was just yapping about how if you don't follow him, he'll kill you. Now he's like, what? Okay, that's just stupid. Then Moses summoned Joshua and said to him in the presence of all Israel, be strong and courageous, for you must go on with these people into the land that the Lord swore to their ancestors to give them, and you must divide it among them as their inheritance. The Lord himself goes before you and will be with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. Public reading of the law. So Moses wrote down this law and gave it to the Levitical priests who carried the ark on the covenant of the Lord, and to all the elders of Israel. Then Moses commanded them at the end of every 7 years, in the year for cancelling debts during the festival of tabernacles. When all Israel comes to appear before the Lord your God at the place he will choose, you shall read this law before them in their hearing. Assemble the people, men, women, and children, and foreigners residing in your towns, so they can listen and learn to fear the Lord your God and follow carefully all the words of this law. Their children who do not know this law must hear it and learn to fear the Lord your God as long as you live in the land you are crossing the Jordan to possess. Israel's rebellion predicted. The Lord said to Moses, now the day of your death is near. Call Joshua and present yourselves at the tent of meeting. There I'll commission him. So Moses and Joshua came and presented themselves at the tent of meeting. Then the Lord appeared at the tent in a pillar of cloud, and the cloud stood over the tabernacle to the tent. And the Lord said to Moses, you're going to rest with your ancestors, and these people will soon prostitute themselves. themselves to a foreign god, to the foreign gods of the land they're entering. They will forsake me and break the covenant I made with them. In that day I will become angry. Okay. I'll hide my faces. Okay. That's perfect thumbnail material. Deut, let me just copy that shit. Okay, give me a second. I'll figure shit out. Give me a second. Yeah, I might as well quit Discord because I don't want to get doxxed. I don't give a fuck actually, but whatever. It's about the principle. Okay, perfect. Okay. And protect them. I will hide my face from them, and they will be destroyed. The main disasters, calamities will come on them, and in that day they will ask, have not these disasters come on us because our God is not with us? And I will certainly hide my face in that day because of all their wickedness in turning to other gods. Now write down what the fuck just happened. I just went to caps lock, fucking bastards. Write down a song and teach to the Israelites and have them sing it so that it may be a witness for me against them when I have brought them into the land flowing with milk and honey. Hold up. Big question. Side note. If God can do anything, why doesn't he have like magic, like wands and shit? That would be kind of peak, wouldn't it? It would be a proof that he existed, and people won't be able to disobey it. And it'll be kind of neat, bro. Look in. Okay. When I have brought them into the land flowing with milk and honey, the land I promised an oath to their ancestors, and when they eat their fill and thrive, they will turn to other gods and worship them, rejecting me and breaking my covenant. Well, I just stupid to Nessa. What the fuck are you doing? Like, you have a land with milk and honey, and then you just like what? That's just them being stupid. Like, God can do whatever. That's just them being poo poo, no brain. And when many disasters and calamities come on them, his song will testify against them, because it will not be forgotten by their descendants. I know what they are supposed to do, even before I bring them into the land I promised them on oath. So Moses wrote down this song that day and told it to the Israelites. The Lord gave this command to Joshua, son of Nun, be strong and courageous, for you will bring the Israelites from the land I promised them on oath, and I myself will be with you. And Moses finished writing in a book the words of this law from beginning to end. He gave this command to the Levites who carried the ark of the covenant of the Lord. Take this book of the law and place it beside the ark of the covenant of the Lord your God. There it will remain as a witness against you. For I know how rebellious and stiff-necked you are. If you have been rebellious against the Lord while I am still alive, and with you, how much more will you rebel after I die? Assemble before me all the elders of your tribes and all your officials. Wait, hold up. Okay. So that I can speak these words in their hearing and call the heavens and earth to testify them. For I know that after my death you are sure to become utterly corrupt and turn from the way I have commanded you. In days to come, disaster will fall on you because what the fuck? Wait, give me a sec. There. You will do evil in the sight of the Lord and arouse his anger by what your hands have made. And Moses recited the words of this song from beginning to end in the hearing of the whole assembly of Israel. It's 52 long, man. The Song of Moses. Listen, your heavens, and I will speak. Hear, your earth, the words of my mouth. Let my teaching fall like rain, and my word descend like dew, like showers on new grass, like abundant rain on tender plants. I will proclaim the name of the Lord. Oh, praise the greatness of our God. He is the rock, his works are perfect. What a shit. Another amazing idea. Okay, give me a sec. Okay, let's keep reading. His works are perfect, and all his ways are just. A faithful God who does no wrong. Upright and just is he. They are corrupt and not his children. To their shame, they are warped and crooked generation. Is this the way you pray the Lord, your foolish and unwise people? Is he not your father, your creator, who made you and formed you? Remember the days of old. Consider the generations long past. Ask your father, and he will tell you. Your elders, and they will explain to you. When the Most High gave the nations their inheritance, and he divided all mankind, he set up boundaries for the peoples according to the number of sons. The sons of Israel. Give me a second, I gotta ask someone something. Okay. Where was I? Oh fuck. For the Lord's portion is his people. Jacob has allotted inheritance. In a desert land he found him, in a barren and howling waste. He shielded him and cared for him. He guarded him as the apple of his eye. Like an eagle that stirs up its nest and hovers over its young, that spreads its wings to catch them and carries them aloft. The Lord alone fed him, no foreign god was with him. He made him ride on the heights of the land and fed him with the fruits of the field. He nourished him with honey from the rock and with oil from the flinty crag. With curds and milk from herd, right? And flock, and with fattened lambs and goats, with choice rams of Bashan, and the finest kernels of wheat. He drank the foaming blood of the grape. Jeshua noon grew fat and kicked, filled with food, and they became heavy and sleek. They abandoned the God who made them and rejected the rock, their savior. They made him jealous with their foreign gods and angered him with their detestable idols. They sacrificed to false gods, which are not God, gods that had not known, gods that recently appeared, gods your ancestors did not fear. You deserted the rock who fathered you. You forgot the God who gave you birth. The Lord saw this and rejected them because he was angered by his sons and daughters. Now hide my face from them, he said, and see what their end will be. For they are a perverse generation, children who are unfaithful. They may be jealous by what is no God and argue with their worthless idols. I will make them envious by those who are not people. I will make them angry by a nation that has no understanding. For a fire will be kindled with my wrath, one burst down the realm of the dead below. I will devour the earth all and its harvest, and set afire and foundations of the mountains. I will heap calamities on them and spend my arrows against them. I will send wasting famine against them, consuming pestilence and deadly plague. I will set against them the fangs of wild beasts, the venom of vipers, that glide in the dust. In the street, the sword will make them childless, and their homes terror will reign. The young men and young women will perish, the infants, and those with grey hair. Where was I? The infants and those with grey hair. I said I would scatter them and erase their name from human memory, but they dreaded the taunt of the enemy, lest the adversary misunderstand and say, "Our hand has triumphed. The Lord has not done all this." They are a nation without sense. This is no discriminant in them. If only they were wise and would understand this and discern what their end will be. How could one man chase 1,000 or put 10,000 to fight unless their rock had sold them, unless the rock had given them up? For their rock is not like our rock, as even our enemies concede. Their vine comes from the vine of Sodom and from the fields of Gomirah. Their grapes are filled with poison, and their clusters with bitterness. Their wine is the venom of serpents, the deadly poison of cobras. Have I not kept this in reserve and sealed it with my vows? It is mine to avenge, I will repay. In due time, their foot will slip. Their day of disaster is near, and their doom rushes upon them. The Lord will vindicate his people and relent concerning his servants when he sees their strength is gone and no one is left slave or free. He will say, "Now where are their gods, the rock they took refuge in? The gods who ate the fat of their sacrifice and drank the wine of their drink offerings. Let them rinse up to help you, let them give you shelter. See, now that I myself am he, there is no God beside me. I put to death and will bring to life. I have wounded and I will heal, and no one can deliver out of my hand. I lift my hand to heaven and solemnly swear, as surely as I live forever. When I sharpen my flashing sword, my hand grasps in its judgment, I will take vengeance on my adversaries and repay those who hate me. I will make my arrows drunk with blood, while my sword devours flesh. the blood of the slain and the captives, the heads of the enemy leaders. Rejoice, you nations, with his people, for he will avenge the blood of his servants. He will take vengeance of his enemies and make atonement for his land and people. Moses came with Joshua, son of Nun, and spoke all the words of this song in the hearing of the people. When Moses finished reciting all these words to all Israel, he said to them, "Take to heart all the words I have solemnly declared to you this day, so that you may command your children to obey carefully all the words of this law. They are not just idle words for you, they are your life. By them you will live long in the land you are crossing the Jordan to possess." Moses to die at Mount Nebo. At the same day the Lord told Moses, "Go up into the Abraham range to Mount Nebo in Moab, across from Jericho, and view Canaan, the land I'm giving the Israelites as their possession. There, on the mountain that you have climbed, you will die and be granted to your people, just as your brother Aaron died on Mount Hor and was gathered to his people." Gathered, not granted. Gathered to his people. This is because both of you broke faith with me in the presence of the Israelites at the waters of Meribah Kadesh in the desert of Sin, and because you did not uphold my holiness among the Israelites. Therefore you will see the land only from a distance, you will not enter the land I'm giving to the people of Israel. Okay, very nice. I started Deut 33. I would like to thank Mr. Okay, Kawaii 185780 on Twitter for the amazing thumbnail that I'm hoping he'll have time to do. And yeah, and thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Again, this guy, follow him.